Good morning, everyone. My name's Joy Parkins, and I'm the restaurant manager. And
Good morning, everyone. My name is George Parkins, and I am the restaurant's manager.
I understand that none of you have had any previous experience as kitchen assistants.
And I understand that none of you have any previous experience as kitchen assistants.
Well, you might be feeling a bit nervous now.
Well, you might be feeling a bit nervous now,
Most of our kitchen assistants say they enjoy the work.
but most of our kitchen assistants say they enjoy the work.
Okay, they might get shouted at sometimes,
Okay, they might get out at some time,
but it's nothing personal.
but it's nothing personal,
And they're pleased that they have so many different things to do, which
and they are pleased that they have so many different things to do,
means they never get bored.
which means they never get bored.
And I'll tell you straight away that if you do well,
And I tell you straight away that if you do well,
we might think about moving you up and giving you some more responsibility.
we might think about moving you up and giving you some more responsibility.
Right, well, you've
Right. Well,
all shown up on time, which
you all should have work on time,
is an excellent start.
which is an excellent start.
Now, I'm glad to see none of you have unsuitable footwear, so
Now, I'm glad to see none of you have suitable footwear.
that's good. You need
So that's good.
to be careful as the floors can get very wet and slippery.
You need to be careful as the floors can get very wet and slippery.
Those of you with long hair have got it
Those of you with long hair
well out of the way,
have got it well out of the way.
but some of you'll need to remove your rings and bracelets. Just
But some of you need to remove your rings and bracelet.
put them somewhere safer today.
Just put them somewhere safe for today.
And remember to leave them at home tomorrow.
And remember to leave them at home tomorrow,
As they can be a safety hazard.
as they can be a safety hazard.
Now, it's going to be a busy day for you all today.
Now it's going to be a busy day for you all today.
We don't have any tables free for this evening,
We don't have any tables free for this evening,
and only a few for lunch.
and only a few for lunch.
Fortunately, we've got our head chef back. He
Fortunately, we got our horse strapped back.
was away on holiday all last week, which meant the other chefs had extra work.
He was away on holiday all last week, which means the other chaps have extra work.
Now, I'll tell you a bit more about the job in a minute,
Now I tell you a bit more about the job in a minute.
but first, some general regulations.
But first, some general regulation.
For all of you, whatever your age,
For all of you, whatever your age,
there's some equipment you mustn't use until you've been properly trained.
there's some equipment you must use until you've been properly trained.
like the waste disposal system, for example.
like the waste disposal system, for example,
For health and safety reasons.
for health and safety reasons.
Then I think there are 2 of you here who are under 18.
Then I think there are two of you here who are under 18.
That's Emma and Jake, isn't it?
That's Emma and Jack, isn't it?
Right. So for you 2, the meat slicer is out of bounds.
Right. So for you two, the meat slice is out of bound.
And of course, none of you are allowed to use the electric mixer until
And of course, none of you are allowed to use the electric mixer
you've been shown how it works.
until you've been shown how it works.
Now, you may have heard that this can be a stressful job.
Now, you may have heard that this can be a stressful job,
And I have to say that can be true.
and I have to say that can be true.
You'll be working an 8-hour day for the first week.
You'll be working an 8-hour day for the first week,
Though you'll have the chance to do overtime after that as well if you want to.
though you have to train to do overtime after that well if you want to.
But however long the hours are,
But however long the hours are,
you'll get a break in the middle.
you get a break in the middle.
What you will find is that you're on your feet all day long,
What you will find is that you on your feet all long day,
lifting and carrying.
lifting and carrying.
So, if you're not fit now, you soon will be.
So, if you're not fit now, you soon will be.
You'll find you don't have much chance to take it easy.
You don't have much chance. It's easy.
When someone tells you to do something, you need to do it straight away.
When someone tells you to do something, you need to do it straight away.
But at least we do have a very efficient air conditioning system compared with some kitchens.
But at least we do have a very efficient air conditioning system compared with some kitchens.
Now, let me tell you about some of the people you need to know.
Now, let me tell you about some of people you need to know.
So, as I said,
So, as I said,
I'm Joy Parkins, and I decide who does what during the day and how long they work for.
I'm Joyce Parkins and I decide who does what during the days and how long they work for.
I'll be trying to get you to work with as many different people in the kitchen as possible.
I'll be trying to get you to work with as many different people in the kitchen as possible
So that you learn while you're on the job.
so that you learn while you're on the job.
One person whose name you must remember is David Field.
One person whose name you must remember is David Field.
If you injure yourself at all,
If you injure yourself at all,
even if it's really minor, you
even if it's really minor,
must report to him and he'll make sure the incident is recorded and you get the appropriate treatment.
you must report to him and he in make sure the incident is recorded and you get the appropriate treatment.
He's trained to give basic treatment to staff.
He trained to give basic treatment to starve
himself,
himself,
or he'll send you off somewhere else if necessary.
or he send you off else, he send you off somewhere else if necessary.
Then there's Dexter Wills.
Then there's Dexter Gill.
He's the person you need to see if you smash a plate or something like that.
He the person you need to see if you march a plea or something like that.
Don't just leave it and hope no one will notice. It's
Don't just leave and it's hope each one will notice.
really important to get things noted and replaced, or
It's really important to get things noted and replayed,
there could be problems later.
or there could be problems later.
And finally, there's Mike Smith.
And finally, there's Mike Smith.
He's the member of staff who takes care of all the stores of perishables.
He the member of staff who takes care of all the store of perishable.
So if you notice we're getting low in flour or sugar or something,
So if you notice we're getting low in flour or sugar or something,
make sure you let him know so he can put in an order.
make sure you let him know so he can put in an order.
Okay, now the next thing we need.
Okay, now the next thing.